I highly recommend that if anyone has not yet worked with Carrie Marie, that they get to that as quickly as possible. And I promise that you will always walk away feeling better in some regard. And sometimes you can't even predict how that's going to go in your mind.
Let's get up on our feet. Carrie Marie Vaughn is one of the best coaches in teaching you how to feel better, how to ignite your light, how to nourish your soul, and how to find your defined purpose. Let's get on our feet. Let's bring to the stage Carrie Marie Vaughn.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Celebration Friday. And welcome to Rise and Thrive Live. I'm so excited to be on again with you this morning. Oh my goodness. So if you missed last week, be sure to check it out. I did a really powerful training last Friday, and we'll plan to be going live every Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. That is 8 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Mountain, 6 a.m. Pacific. I don't know on the other time frames here, but there you go. You can figure it out. So every Friday, you can also watch the replay if you want. And so as you are hopping on, be sure to say hello. Let me know where you are watching from, and let me know what is your word of the day. So I love picking a word of the day and really being intentional and living into it. And this morning I got up and I was feeling super energized, and I'm like, you know what? Energize is going to be my word of the day. So be sure to drop your word of the day. And so I got up early today, and I'm like, whoo, this is awesome. And I'm feeling great and having a lot of energy despite my husband being sick for like 5 days and like barely moving from the couch and everything. I know that it probably has a lot to do with a vitamin drink I've been drinking every day. It's like keeping me healthy and energized, which is really good. But I'm like, woo, I'm going to go for a walk today. And then I look outside and it is so windy. And we live in the middle of the woods. So when it's so windy like this, you do not want to be going for a walk. Yikes. There could be like branches coming down, like knocking me out or something. So I do not plan on going for a walk today. I decided that I am going to do an indoor exercise, like dance workout today instead of the walk outside, because I was like, you know what? I feel energized. I feel like I need to do something fun. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So my word of the day is energized. So be sure as you're hopping on to let me know where you're watching from and what your word of the day is going to be. So as you, again, if you're just hopping on, today is Rise and Thrive Live episode 2. I went live last week and we talked about the power of resetting. And so if you missed last week, you can watch the replay. Go ahead and just search for Rise and Thrive, and you'll probably come up with all of the, well, right now there's only one past episode, but in the future, you'll be able to watch all of them. And I will be going live every Friday morning, as long as I feel like it and as long as you want me to still be on. So if you have any ideas of things that you'd like me to chat about, if there's things that you're wondering about or you want to know more about, feel free to message me personally, and I'd be happy to chat about those things. And so today we are going to be talking about reclaiming your focus and how to prioritize what matters most, because that's important. It's so important to be able to prioritize the things that matter most. And I apologize if I'm kind of looking all over the place. I've got multiple screens here that I'm going live on. So I'm trying to keep an eye on all of you here. So good morning. Good morning. So many people struggle with just feeling overwhelmed. There's so much going on in this world, right? We have so many responsibilities. We have so many things coming at us from all different directions. And especially if you're a mom, you are needed in all different directions, right? Like your work and your household things and your kids and your husband and whatever, like all kinds of things are coming at you. Everybody needs everything. And you're like, I'm overwhelmed. I have no idea what to do. And that leads to, when you're overwhelmed and you're like frazzled, it leads to a lack of focus. So you're not able to focus on what truly matters to you. And so being pulled in all of those different directions can also cause lots of stress, which you probably know, right? If you are being pulled in all those different directions, and it can lead to burnout. You're all of a sudden just going to hit a point where you're like, and you're going to get sick, or you're just going to go crazy or scream at somebody or whatever. It doesn't matter what that end is, because we're not going to get there, right? Or maybe you have been there before and you don't want to get there again. So right now, today, literally today, on a scale of 1 to 10, with how scattered and overwhelmed you feel right now, drop the number in the comments, with 1 being I am fully focused, I'm good, and with 10 being completely scattered and overwhelmed and crazy. Okay. So where are you on that scale of 1 to 10 with how crazy you feel right now in your life? How scattered, how overwhelmed you feel? Remember, 1 being I'm fully focused, I'm on point, I know exactly what I'm doing, I feel great. And 10 being everything is crazy, I'm feeling totally scattered, I'm feeling totally overwhelmed, I don't know what's going on, I need things to change. So where are you on that scale of 1 to 10? Drop it in the comments. And if you are ready to reclaim your focus and get full clarity on what's important to you and bring you peace of mind, whoever's ready to reclaim their focus, drop the word focus. I want to see the word focused in the comments, because I want to know who is ready to be fully focused. I want you to be there. And that's what brings us to what we're going to be chatting about today. So I'm going to be sharing with you 4 practical tips for reclaiming your focus. Okay. So who would like that? Who would like that? Remember, dropping that word focus. If you are ready, or drop the word yes. If you are ready, you're ready. Woo woo. I am ready to reclaim my focus. All right, awesome. So here we go with those tips. So tip number 1, this is something that you can start doing immediately, is to set clear and intentional boundaries. I know this is hard, especially when you're a parent or when you work for someone else or whatever it may be. You've got a lot of people who are trying to get your attention and need you to do things for them. They don't really need it. They want it. And so you have to have clear and open communication with your family, with your coworkers and boss and your business partners and whoever in your life. Make sure that you have set clear boundaries. And so let them know, like, hey, during these hours is when I'm going to be available to you, or these hours I need to be able to focus on things for me, or this is my time for self-care, or this is my time to work on my business, or this is my time to whatever. So let them know, like, hey, these are the times. And so you need to be clear on what your schedule is going to be like, and when you want to work on the things that you want to work on, the things that are important to you. And you need to know too, like if you have a boss or coworkers or business partners or whatever, they need to know when it's your time to be spending with your family, or when it's time that you are unavailable because you're doing whatever you want to do for you. So making sure that you set those boundaries. And when you are deciding to focus on the things that are important to you, limit your distractions, turn off those notifications, protect your time. Your time is valuable and you can't get it back. Your time is right now. You can never get that time back. Okay, so keep that in mind. Set those boundaries. It's okay. People will need to respect that you have boundaries and that you have set them, and then stick to them. Okay, don't let other people walk over you. This is your life, and it's not their life. You know, they're living their own life and they can set their own boundaries, but you set your own boundaries. Tip number 2 is to prioritize your tasks. So the things that you need to do, prioritize them based on your values. Now, remember, these are your values, not the values of your family members. I mean, they may be similar or the same, especially if you've worked on values together as a family, but whatever is important to you, not that of anybody else. Whatever matters most to you, make sure that you prioritize the tasks and the action steps that you're going to take in your daily life every single day to be what's important to you. Okay. So number 3 is to simplify your to-do list. If you're like most of us, you probably have a super long to-do list, like so long you don't even know what to do. You're like, I don't even know where to start. My to-do list is way too long. You could keep just scrolling and scrolling, or like have a zillion different sticky notes sitting around with your to-do list. But I want you to simplify it. Focus on 3 to 5 main important tasks per day. Okay. I know that sounds crazy. You're like, what? I have way too much to do. How can I possibly only do 3 to 5 things? Keep in mind, you want to set 3 to 5 important tasks that are top priority, that no matter what you're going to do, you're going to do those today. Now, if you have time, you can get to those other things that are on that really long to-do list, but set that really long to-do list aside and decide, okay, for today, the things that are the most important to me today, what are those 3 to 5 things that I'm going to do today? And I love the sticky note thing. I don't know about you, but I have sticky notes around because I like to set those 3 to 5 things on the sticky note that I can put in front of me on my desk right there, so that I can make sure I do those things. So it could be calling a bank. It could be making a doctor's appointment. It could be working toward my goals, whatever those 3 to 5 things are that are important that need to be done today. Okay. So keep that in mind. And you know what? Do one task at a time rather than be multitasking and try to get a zillion things done, because that also can distract you and you're not going to be focused. So to get something done and get it done well, you want to make sure that that's the only thing that you're doing and the only thing that you're focused on. Okay. So far we have talked about action step 1, setting clear intentional boundaries. So drop the comment boundaries and be sure that you're remembering you're going to be setting clear and intentional boundaries. 1 is boundaries. 2 is to prioritize your task based on your values. So drop the word values in the comment. I want to make sure that you know that you are going to be prioritizing based on your values. Okay. I know that that's so hard because there are so many things that you could be doing, but are they really aligned to your values and what's important to you most? And tip number 3 is to simplify your to-do list. Okay. So drop the word simplify. And then we're going to be talking about the last tip here, which is tip number 4, creating a focused work environment. And we talked a little bit about this last week. This is reducing the clutter. Okay, so clean up your workspace wherever you're working. And it might not be a desk. Maybe what you're doing, whatever your project is, or whatever those important things are that you're doing. And maybe it's even like a game night with your family is the most important thing. But I'm talking more along the lines of the action steps you need to take toward your goals, or towards your business, or toward whatever it is that you're working towards. Make sure that wherever you are working on that you have a clean and clutter-free space. Okay. So declutter your space and have it organized so that you can just grab the things that you need and you know exactly where everything is. It's in eyesight and it's all there. And also, and we talked about this a little bit in tip number 1, is just turning off your distractions, turning off those notifications on your phone, your computer. If you need to have a lone focus space, maybe you need to go in a room or even a closet or a bathroom sometimes. I know it's crazy, but if you're not able to put yourself in a room like an office or wherever to work on your goals, then maybe you need to find another place where you can be alone and distraction free. And you put a little sign on the door, or you put a little note up just saying, please do not disturb, working on my goals right now, whatever the sign is you need to say. And, I know somebody, I'm trying to remember who it was, but somebody once told me that they had a hat that they wore because they couldn't find a special place where they could actually close a door. And so they let their kids know, hey, whenever I have this hat on, it means I am working and I can't talk to you right now. But when I take the hat off, it means, hey, come on over and chat with me. So do what works for you, whatever works for you, so that you can be distraction free. Okay. So out of these 4 steps, and so, actually that last one is, creating a focused work environment and reducing clutter. So let's just say, declutter. That's the word you'd want to drop in the comments, is declutter. So out of these 4 tips, which of these do you feel like would make the biggest difference in your life right now? Based on the things that are going on in your life, based on how things have been, how you have been distracted a little bit or not as focused as you would like to be, out of those 4 tips that I just shared, which one resonates with you most and which one would make the biggest difference in your life right now? Because reclaiming your focus and getting your focus back is a process. It might not be like whoop. You might need to start trying some of these things, doing different things, trying them for a little bit longer. And especially too, it's kind of not only training yourself, your mind, your body, the steps and the actions you've been taking. You might have gotten into a habit of doing bad things and getting distracted easily. So it's going to be a little bit of a process for yourself, but also in those around you, because maybe you have let people distract you or pull you away from things that are the most important to you. And so it's kind of training those around you to respect your boundaries. And so it is a process, and give yourself grace. If you find yourself kind of slipping back into your old habits, just be aware and be like, you know what? It's okay. I made a mistake. I slipped back to the way I was doing it before and letting myself get distracted. But nope, right now, from now on, I am now going to be focused. And, sometimes it's actually easier to do this if you have a little bit of guidance and support. So that can be with someone maybe you can have your buddy or somebody that that can kind of be there to help you through staying focused, or you can help each other. Also, the ultimate reset experience, it helps people to reset their focus and reclaim control over their lives and be super dead on focused on their goals and achieving them fast. And so if you are feeling ready to reset and reclaim your focus, drop the word reset in the comments, because I want to know if you are ready. If you are ready to reset, I want to hear about it. And I'm actually, for those of you who are seeing my screen, and I know I'm live on some platforms that can't see my screen, but for those who are not seeing my screen, whether or not you are, if you go to building-upward.com/reset, this will bring you to a little sneak peek of something in order to be able to do a full-on reset. Okay. So building-upward.com/reset. So pop it in right now and drop the word reset in the comments if you are ready to reset and reclaim your focus right now. So just remember as we're finishing up here today, remember that reclaiming your focus is about taking intentional steps to prioritize what truly matters to you. So if you start implementing some of these things, and I'd love to know, actually, I'd like you to drop a comment. What's one thing that you're going to do today to prioritize? What is one thing you're going to prioritize today to help you to reclaim your focus? Okay, so it could be one of the things that I shared or something that popped into your head because of what I shared. I'd like to know one thing you're going to do, because I want you to commit to it. I want you to say in the comments what you're going to commit to, because that helps you to stay accountable to what you say you're going to do. Okay. So it's not just you thinking like, oh yeah, that would be nice, or maybe I'll start to implement that. No, just decide like, hey, I'm going to start doing this. This is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to start doing this so that I can reclaim my focus. Okay. So drop the comment in there, and keep in mind, next week, I'm going to be going live at the same time. So 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Mountain, and 6 a.m. Pacific. I will be live, and we're going to be chatting about more ways to reset and thrive. So don't miss it. Make sure that you set a reminder so that you can join me next Friday. And again, don't forget to drop the word reset if you are ready to reset, and share one thing that you're going to do today to help to prioritize and reclaim that focus so that you can start focusing on what matters most to you, because it's your life and this is your time. And so don't let anyone take that away from you. Don't let anyone distract you from the things that are most important for you. All right. Awesome. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait for you to begin to be more focused on the things that are important to you. And sorry, I have been not checking all of my comments here because I'm on multiple screens. And so let me just check to see. Yes, you're going to clean off your desk. I love, love, love that. And organize your paperwork. Awesome. And you're going to be decluttering your house and resetting your diet. I love that. Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing. These are amazing, amazing, amazing. Awesome. Definitely going to be decluttering and organizing. Very, very cool. I'm so excited for you. I cannot wait to see how this is changing your life. So have an amazing day, and I will see you all next Friday at the very latest, but if not, I'll see you sooner than that. So have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon.